To the bottom of the sixth we go, and Keegan Watson, who just made an outstanding play to end at the top of the sixth inning, leading things off here in the bottom. 1-1 your score is the second time in this game the Dragons.
Good situation here, I'm telling you.
Get out of that runner on third. One out jam with a double play. Watson grounds the first ball he sees to Scott, and he boots it. It's Keegan's on with the error. First error of the game for the Braves. Looked like Scott was trying to throw the ball before he had it fielded cleanly. And so the Dragons will lead off man on for the fourth time in this game. Interestingly, the one time they scored was not one of those times. They had two out and nobody on. But now Watson aboard, Evan Hickman to bat. Hickman has hit the ball hard both times. He doubled to left center or to right center to drive in the game's only run for the Dragons, and then also flew out to left. First pitch to Evan, taken low for a ball, 1-0. Hickman leads the Dragons with runs batted in. He drove in his 37th earlier in this game. Watson leading from first. Here's the pitch to Hickman. Good pitch over the inside corner, right at the knees, taken for a strike, 1-1.
That was a real quality pitch right there.
Marshall Farron has gone the distance for the Braves. Hogan Fulkerson has done the same for New Palestine. Throw over to first, chases Watson back. He had a very conservative lead. Keegan has been on all three times. He's walked twice and reached on an error. Hickman, it's one of the 4 hits in the game for the Dragons. Marshall Farron delivers the 1-1, and Hickman bunts it foul down the third base side. 1-2. Evans not called on to bunt a lot. He's a little frustrated with himself that he wasn't able to get that one down.
I think he was going to go all out for a bunt for a base hit down the third baseline. Third baseman's playing back pretty deep.
Not now. He's moved in to be even with the bag. Hogan down at third base. Here's the 1-2, but before that, a throw sees Keegan Watson dive back in. Winner of this game plays either Crawfordsville or Frankfort. The game's scoreless. That'll be next Saturday at Crawfordsville. 1-2 the count. Hickman grounds it down the first base line. It is a fair ball. The first base umpire deferred to the plate umpire before it was called fair, but it hopped right over the bag. Watson makes the turn, heads to third base. Hickman aboard with a signal to right, and the Dragons now in business with runners on first and third. Nobody out, and Cody Chandler stepping to the plate. And we will see a courtesy runner, Caleb Vanderwall, who's got good speed. Run for Hickman. 1-1 in the sixth. High drama here. Nobody out. And the Braves have the first baseman holding the runner, the third baseman playing in, the middle infielders double play depth. Looks like they'll concede the run to get the double play.
Number 9, Cody Chandler.
Cody Chandler, 1 for 2 on the day. He singled and popped out.
I can't see them keeping their infield back in spite of the fact that they're 2 outs. I don't like this call. Yeah. This is to our advantage.
Here's the pitch. Way inside, a hit up. Bases loaded. Just grazed the jersey. And the Dragons have the bases loaded with nobody out. Now the Braves will bring the infield in. And first, however, we're going to have a conversation between Josh Lindner, the coach, and the umpire. Coach Lindner disagrees that the ball hit Chandler. But,
no, it hit him.
Or that Chandler made an effort to get out of the way of it. So, bases loaded. Nobody out. Bottom of the sixth. Braden Roberts to bat. Roberts 0 for 2. He struck out and flied out to left. Keegan Watson at third. Caleb Vanderwall, the courtesy runner for Hickman, down at second. Cody Chandler down at first. And let's see, they're going to get a pinch runner for Chandler here. It's going to be Nick Ruschi running at first base. That's a familiar name for Dragon baseball fans. Nick's 2 older brothers, Adam and Brad, were outstanding baseball players here. And Nick is a freshman getting some varsity action. Cody Chandler going back to the bullpen to warm up as he is.
Got to try to find something to drive here, get the ball into the outfield.
Braden Roberts, open stance in the left-handed batter's box. Infield in, bases loaded, nobody out in a 1-1 game here in the bottom of the 6th. Lovell in the on-deck circle. First pitch to Roberts. Line into right field. That's going to fall for a hit. 1 run will score. Coach Lyons will hold the runner at third base. And the Dragons lead it 2-1 on the RBI single to right by Braden Roberts. Plating Keegan Watson. And the bases remain loaded with nobody out here, and it's now a 2-1 game. And now we'll see Josh Lindner, the Braves coach, come out to have a quick chat with his pitcher and his infield here as Zach Lovell steps into the batter's box.
Well, started with an infield error, and then great at bat by Hickman, and next thing you know, hit batsman. Next, you got big trouble. So put the ball in play, good things happen, and just a real solid start to this inning with nobody out.
Bases loaded, nobody out. We're in the 6th. 2-1 New Palestine. Zach Lovell, 1 for 2.
I wish.
He singled his first time up, grounded out to short. Back in the 4th. Infield in. At all 4 positions, Lovell takes a curveball and drops in for a strike. 0-1 the count on Zach. Bases loaded, 1 run in, 2-1 New Palestine leads here in the bottom of the 6th, taking advantage of the error that started things off. And here's the 0-1. Lined into left field, base hit. 1 run will score, and that's what the Dragons will get. Lovell with a hard line drive. Scott, the shortstop, got his glove on it as he tried to dive to make the catch, but was unable to. Lovell with the RBI. Bases remain loaded, still nobody out. Now we'll see
Logan Gilvin.
Pinch hit. Gilvin was, if we remember last season, he was the guy who had a really hot bat in the tournament.
Very clutch in the tournament for us last year.
And especially at moments like this.
Oh, yeah.
Jarrett Wrightley.
Still, the thing is, we got nothing, we got no one out, so this is a great situation for Gilly to get up there and swing from the heels, really. I mean, he can't.
And if Gilvin can
just put the ball in play, you want to move the baseball and force their hand.
So the bases are loaded. Inning started with the error that allowed Watson to reach. Then Hickman singled to right. Chandler was hit by a pitch. Then Roberts and Lovell with RBI singles back-to-back with the bases loaded. Still nobody out here in the 6th, 3-1 New Palestine. Infield in at all 4 positions. Jarrett Wrightley, the pinch runner, down at first. Braden Roberts at second. Nick Ruschi at third. All 3 with pretty good speed. Logan Gilvin in the batter's box. Pinch hitting. Takes a curveball over the outside corner for a strike.
Good pitch there out of Farron.
Gilvin, a senior. He's played a lot of third base, first base for the Dragons. Here's the 0-1 to him. Hit in the air to left. Catch is made. Runner tags the throw, is way offline. Ruschi will score. The Dragons lead a 4-1. Sacrifice fly by Logan Gilvin makes it a 4-1 game. For Logan, that is his 6th run batted in of the season. And
just the first out of the inning.
Pinch hit, sacrifice fly. Dragons still in business here with runners on first and second and just 1 out for Tyler Woodcock. 3 runs are in. It's 4-1 now. And now the middle infielders move back to double play depth. The corner infielder still in. The first baseman Hensley in on what would be the grass. It's an all-field turf field here. There is no dirt anywhere, including on the base paths. It's just painted brown. Tyler Woodcock steps in. First pitch to the left-handed hitting shortstop. Grounded to first. He'll throw to second for 1. Down to first. Woodcock dives into the bag. He's safe. So fielder's choice. Wrightley is cut down at second.
Good hustle play there by Woodcock.
And Woodcock diving into the bag to continue the inning for Andy Edwards. So now 2 down, runners on the corners here. Dragons looking to get some insurance runs here as they lead it 4-1 in the bottom of the 6th. Looking ahead to the 7th for the Braves, they'll have the 8, 9, and 1 hitters, Ritchie, Eggleton, and Iffert, due up. It is a 4-1 game as 3 runs have scored here in this inning. Tyler Woodcock down at first, reaching on the fielder's choice. Braden Roberts at third. Andy Edwards, the batter. 8th man to bat this inning for New Palestine. Runner goes from first. Edwards skies one into center field. Iffert drifting over to the left field side if center makes the play.
Good inning for the Dragons. See if you can bring it home.
The Dragons do get 3. They get 3 hits. There was an error in the inning, and they leave 2. We go to the 7th. Your score, New Palestine 4, Brebeuf 1. You're listening to Dragon Baseball on Dragon Radio. We're in the 7th. Dragons scored 3 in the bottom of the 6th to take a 4-1 lead after the Braves squandered an opportunity in the top of the inning. Fulkerson hits the leadoff batter, Bo Ritchie, with the first pitch, and the Braves have the leadoff man on. Fulkerson had a fastball tailed inside on him, and Ritchie is hit. And when you're behind by multiple runs, that leadoff man is critical, and the Braves are able to get him on. We'll now have a pinch hitter, and it will be Jet McGowan, a sophomore. So McGowan will bat here in the 7th with nobody out and a runner on. 4-1 New Palestine leads. Hogan Fulkerson.
Now batting for the Braves, number 33.
On to pitch, Cody Chandler comes in from the third base position to talk to Hogan. Settle him down. That was the second man Hogan has hit in this game. Dragons will hold the runner on at first base. It's Bo Ritchie. McGowan batting. First pitch to him. Fastball inside for a ball, 1-0. 4-1 Dragons. We're in the 7th. Braves have the leadoff man on. Fulkerson working from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. McGowan with a healthy cut there. Adam Iffert, the leadoff batter on the on-deck circle. Going to have to get through the Braves' top hitters to get out of this one here. Throw over to first. Runner dives back in. Edwards didn't handle it cleanly as that ball was skipped to him, and he ended up diving to grab that baseball here. (4-1) your score. New Palestine leads. We're in the 7th. Jet McGowan, the batter. Right-handed hitting sophomore. Here's the pitch to him. Inside, 2-1. Fulkerson has gone the distance for the Dragons. He's surrendered 4 hits. Trying to nail this one down. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Actually was fouled back at the plate. Like a hit Hickman's shin. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Chilly day here. The wind has really died down. It was blowing in briskly earlier. Our home plate umpire will walk out to give Hogan Fulkerson a new baseball here. Going to allow Evan Hickman a chance to shake off that wound from the foul ball previous. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runner leads from first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. They'll throw down to first. They did not get him. Oh! Edwards thought he had him, so did Fulkerson, but Ritchie was able to dive back in. Dragon fans don't like the call, but 1 away for Adam Iffert. Eggleton strikes out. That is the second strikeout of the game for Fulkerson. A heck of a throw by Evan Hickman
It's the top of the Brebeuf
to
once again with the center fielder.
Retire
Number 3, Adam Iffert.
a heck of a throw to try to pick Ritchie off, and they nearly got him. 1 out. Runner on. 4-1. Here's your score. Or 4-1. Here's the pitch. It's taken inside for a ball to Adam Iffert. Iffert's 0 for 3 on the day. He's flied out to center, popped out to short, and grounded out to third. Leadoff batter for the Braves, starting center fielder. Count 1-0 to him. Here's the pitch. He bunts down the third baseline, foul. 1-1 the count. Ifford was definitely not sacrificing there, as the Braves are looking for as many base runners as they can get right now. It's 4-1 game here in the 7th. Hogan Fulkerson on the mound for his 7th inning of work, trying to nail this one down. 1-1 the count on Ifford, the leadoff batter. Here's the pitch. Fastball outside, snap throw into right field. That will allow Ritchie to head down to second. E2, third error of the game by the Dragons. The second, trying to pick a player off, but now you don't really have to worry about base runners right now. Just got to get outs. It's 4-1, one out here in the 7th. 2 balls and a strike, and this also allows Edwards to go back to a normal defensive position here. It does take the double play out of the realm of possibilities, however. Here's the pitch. Hit in the air, but foul down the first base line. It'll drop out of play. 2-2 now the count on Adam Ifford. Jake Scott in the on-deck circle. One away in the 7th. New Palestine leading at 4-1. The Dragons scored 3 in the 6th to take the lead. Looking to nail down a sectional title. Braves looking to rally here. Brebeuf students making some noise down in the first base stands. Count 2-2. Here's the pitch. Curveball just misses high and tight. 3-2. Ritchie was hit by a pitch. McGowan struck out. Now Ifford. 3 balls and 2 strikes. One away here in the 7th. 4-1, Dragons lead. Here's the pitch from Fulkerson. Hit in the air, but foul, and it'll drop out of play. We'll do it all over again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Sectional championship on the line here in the 7th. Fulkerson working from the stretch. Gets the sign from Hickman. Delivers. Grounded to Woodcock at short. He's up with it. Throws over to first. 2 away. 6-3 on the putout. And the Braves down to their final out. Jake Scott to step in. Scott 1 for 3. He struck out, singled to center, and flied out to center.
The runner moving over to third base. It'll bring up the second batter.
Ritchie moved to third on the play.
The shortstop, number 4, Jake Scott.
3-run lead for the Dragons. 2 outs, top of the 7th. Here's the pitch to Scott. Fastball taken for a strike over the outside corner. 0-1 the count on Jake Scott. 4-1 New Palestine. Here in the 7th. Here's the 0-1. Fastball taken for a strike over the inside corner. It's 0-2. The Braves down to their final strike. Fulkerson working from the windup. Runner leads from third. Dragon fans come to their feet. Here's the 0-2. Call ball 1, just high. It didn't miss by much. A ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Scott, a left-handed hitter. Hickman sets up. Fulkerson working from the windup. Gets the sign, delivers. Strike 3 called. The Dragons are sectional champs. Hogan Fulkerson's 3rd strikeout of the game, and he's at the bottom of the pile on the mound. Here in the middle of Dave Alexander Field, the Dragons are back-to-back sectional champions. The 16th sectional title in school history. And for New Palestine also, it is, as we noted, their 2nd in a row, their 3rd in 4 years, and their 4th in 6 years. The New Palestine Dragons, sectional champions, here today, defeating the Brebeuf Braves 4-1. And they'll be moving on to the regional Saturday morning The Dragons will face either Crawfordsville or Frankfort at 11 a.m. at Crawfordsville High School, and they'll look to defend their regional championship. For the Braves in the seventh, no runs, no hits, they leave one. For the Braves, they finished with 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error, and they left 7 on base. For the New Palestine Dragons, 4 runs, 7 hits, they committed 3 errors, they left 6 on base. The winning pitcher, Hogan Fulkerson, goes the distance. He's now 7-1 on the season, and he, in this one, scattered 4 hits, struck out 3. And the Dragons, sectional champions tonight. They win it 4-1 over the Brebeuf Braves. I want to thank you for joining us here on Dragon Radio. I'm Andrew Smith saying good day, God bless you, so long, everybody. Final score again. Dragons win the sectional title 4-1 over the Brebeuf Braves.